Being an internet game critic is complicated. I've loved some, hated some, never finished some. Maybe now, things will be different.
Last summer, I actually got to visit family in New York. We stayed outside the city, but we took the metro into Manhattan a few times. Of course. Now, as part of the trip, I rented a car and I drove around the area. And you know what?
The driving isn't that bad.
Yes, the trip inspired me to try GTA 4 again, because, never finished it. Liberty City is a parody of New York City, and it's been a really long time. A fresh perspective on the driving mechanics? We might have a Skyward Sword situation. Subscribe to the Wii Viewer.
Okay, the next thought when it comes to replaying Grand Theft Auto is what platform, and consequently, what controller am I using? The point that was argued so much the last time we exercised this train wreck. Well, I already own it for the Xbox 360, and I still have an Xbox 360. But it's all the way down there. Really hard to get to. It probably still has that Spider-Man game in it. Was this thing ever ported? Windows. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, it is in my Steam library. How and why would I have a self-admitted hated game? Steam sale, Humble Bundle? I don't know why it's there. It could also be coming from the Steam family I'm in, and they have a ton of games that I'm never going to play. Next factor, the controller. Like that could overcome bad programming. I'm using a wireless 8-bit DO, or however you pronounce it, Super Nintendo style Switch controller. Didn't see that coming, eh? This is probably one of my favorite controllers ever, and hopefully it'll help me get the word back to them. As you've probably guessed, Retro Fighters never responded. The download finished surprisingly fast on the gaming rig, 22 gigs, damn. But technology actually working for me is just an omen of shit to follow. When I tried leaving the apartment in GTA 4, the CPU fan would speed up and I'm back to the Steam menu. And what do you think, guys? Failed silently, graceful exit? Oh, who am I kidding, it crashed. Pop open the event viewer and I see the culprit is a DLL and I've already lost interest in finding a solution. But let's not point the finger at Rockstar. Somehow, my rig got screwed. I tried Resident Evil HD Remaster, crashes. Hades 2, crashes. Elden Ring, sometimes the ground doesn't render. And now, Adobe Premiere crashes. More often. This calls for an emergency. I'm not formatting my PC and starting over. It's less than a year old. But no games? That's when I brought in my portable gaming solution, the Asus ROG Ally. Full HD screen, nerd stats above the Steam Deck. They even have a better tagline. But what do you do when you want to dock it and stretch it across a 4K display and capture footage for a YouTube channel? Of course, the sensible thing to do when you're reeling from a New York vacation debt is to buy the proprietary RTX 4090 external GPU. Listen, if you've ever financially supported me with Patreon, Super Chats, Indiegogo, contact me. I'll give you your money back.
Daddy's back, you bitches!
Oh, right. That's how the game begins. Nico is about to be straight off the boat in Liberty City. Diamonds. Well, that'll be important later. It's my cousin, and he's too drunk to drive, so I have to take the wheel. Now that the game became playable, I'm faced with another problem. The game. Oh! This isn't gonna happen. Nope. Driving is just as stiff as I remember. Being that the Ally is really just a Windows PC, I'm inspired to fix this. Or rather, look for somebody else to fix this. I can't be the only one to find issues with the driving mechanics. In the modding community, there is a single file replacement for more realistic handling. Realistic? Not really what I'm looking for, but I'll take it. It would be hard to make it worse. I tried a few other mods for graphics, to improve the visuals of a game from 2008. One looked promising, but then it broke the connection to Rockstar's Social Club. Another one was a simple copy-paste job, and I couldn't tell the difference. Until I witnessed a cutscene and oh god, why is it zoomed in like that? You know what? I'll just live with it. I don't want to touch any more files. Nico comes to the land of big American ditties to find some traders from the old country. Being a war veteran, he makes a quick buck dealing out violence for his cousin and any other ethnic group that pays. Of course, there is the requisite bowling date with Michelle. But I remember future events and I took time to hurt her. Something I never noticed before was a tooltip urging me that using the brakes is essential to driving. Really? I found the best braking method involved hitting buildings and other cars. It reminds me of the Doom Eternal update that took time to tell me you're doing it wrong. As for the car handling mod, it's okay. On-foot handling is still appalling. It feels like Nico's having a fight with the right stick. It was right about here, when I realized my opinion had hardly changed as I quit for the day, I noticed the Steam achievement for beating the game in under 30 hours. The game is encouraging me to get it out of the way? Oh, bet! This was the first GTA with GPS routing. The definitive editions would lead you to believe otherwise. Gun combat vastly improved over the others, but it's also kind of a victim of the time. Oh wow, remember Stop and Pop, that trend Gears of War set into motion? Funny blind shooting and waiting forever for a dude to poke his head out, then out of desperation shooting at his hand. I found it most effective to just run at the guys. And sometimes you can get creative with the killing, which reminds me of the lasting appeal of these open-world driving sims. Yes, GTA can be thought of as a funny franchise, and some do better than others. I did recognize a lot more voices of comedic personalities now that I know who Laszlo hangs out with.
Fuck you!
Oh, that's Bill Burr. The mission with the garbage truck, the lead is Bob Kelly, and later in the game I heard the line,
I broke my knee, man.
"Oh, wow." They went deep on that one. Anthony Cumia appropriately sings the beer song, though it should be pronounced Pisswasser. It translates to piss water. I heard Fez Watley and Patrice O'Neill on WKTT. Oof, that's a double rest in peace. The political satire throughout the game isn't funny anymore, because it's actually happening. The pause screen brought back some horrid memories. I recall, long in the past, starting the game on the 360 and then pausing it, waiting for Sadie to join. And the music pops in from nowhere, scaring the proper shit out of me. I'm in another room, working on something else, and suddenly I hear the Grim Reaper's soundtrack echoing through the apartment. I still hate that music to this day. Against the better advice of the world, Grand Theft Auto 4 has those racing missions. Yeah, but as I was about to start the single required race, I caught something on my periphery. That armored truck gives me an idea. I remember reading a newspaper article during some downtime at the gas station. That should give you an indication of how long ago this was. And the subject of the article was the positive influence of video games. One example was games like Vice City can strengthen problem-solving skills. They also mentioned shooters can improve hand-eye coordination. The big franchise at that time was Medal of Honor. I have some proof to support this theory. Years ago, I took the family to a dude ranch. This video might seem vacation heavy, but this place was only about 70 miles from Reno and about 700% out of our budget. It's the type of place that millionaires from Los Angeles and Silicon Valley visit, and their first words when they step out of the car is, "My phone isn't working." Sarah and Yale spent their time riding horses, while I did manly things, like clay pigeon shooting. The instructor was an ex-small-town cop, showing me how to handle a shotgun. At the end of the hour, I was picking off pigeons from all 3 shoots. The cop noted that techie guys usually do really well, with video games being the reason. The other funny note to all of this, he mentioned that vacationers that do the best are always, without fail, women. Go figure. I did remember there were missions with choices, but going through again, there's a lot less than I expected. Either way you choose, the overall mission structure stays about the same. It's a couple levels above Infamous and Duck lives and Sean dies. Personally, I've stopped caring about these sort of things because I'm continuously contradicting my own opinions and I've grown callous to the whole idea. So, I hope by now you can tell that I finished the game and saw the story to a close. Since it has been sold to me as a Saw level ending, what did I think of the story? Well, I've begun to think with age, I can look at classic movies and really see their merit. I can see the reasoning for critical acclaim. And then I watched Grave of the Fireflies. Holy shit. Just thought I would update everyone. I've found a new reigning champion for depressing turd. So what did I think of the story? Let me just flash forward to Grand Theft Auto 5 for an example. I was all about that story. The Franklin and Trevor team-up missions were perfectly in line with my humor. Funny is good. But then I reach out and look at other reviews, poo-pooing the story, with critiques like, we're not given reasons to care about the characters. Care about the character? When did everybody turn into Leonard Maltin? What did I miss? Trevor said some funny things. So what did I think of the story? Does it even matter what I think? I'm probably wrong. It's a revenge story about getting revenge. It's God of War minus the golden staircase. Since revenge is never fulfilling, the ending isn't fulfilling. Worse when I consider all the work I put in just getting the game running. Was there a reason to care about the character? Yeah, I'm in control of the health bar. I care about getting to the end of the mission. But I did get that achievement. Check it out. I did the game in 16.5 hours. I suddenly have an idea for the title of this video. The trick wasn't hard to figure out. I never drove unnecessarily. When I was in Manhattan in real life, I only traveled in cabs. Doing that in GTA 4? I'm flying through this game. Deep inside the Storm Dane mythos, one YouTube comment claimed that the area I kicked the Blast Core cartridge looks like where GTA 4 ends. Now that I've seen it, does it? Not really. I have no interest in episodes from Liberty City. The Lost and the Damned? No, bikes are easy to wreck. The Ballad of Gay Tony?
Do I look gay?
Looking towards the future at GTA 6? Nah, I probably won't be doing an obnoxiously long live stream while talking to shirtless children. Supposing the setting is modern time Vice City, I'm hoping to drive a fully electric car and test their proclivity to explode at high speeds. And of course, we must mourn the loss of volition. I will maintain that I really like the newest Saints Row, but for real, you can't keep shipping games in this condition. I even sunset the Ice Slide song for this game. But if I were to dick around again, I see no reason why I couldn't go elsewhere in the Rareware game library. Oh, forget it. My heart's just not in it this time.
I broke my knee, man. I broke my knee, man. I broke my knee, man. I broke my knee, dude. I broke my knee, man. I broke my knee, man. I broke my knee, man. I broke my knee, dude. Hold my hand, man.
Night, Michelle.
So that's why New York is the best. Where can I gamble?